get this OVC matchup underway right now. And you're looking at the preseason Ohio Valley Player of the Year. Their number 2, Jonathan Stark, with a handle for the moment. Now, John Morant, an impactful freshman for the Racers.
Coaching staff is very high on his IQ and poise. He's really helped out Stark.
And Stark will come out firing, rimmed out. Offensive rebound from Murray. Put back. Number 2 is missed. They had 2 chances before Adelsberger is able to come away with a rebound.
The Racers are going to have to defend the high ball screen and roll. There's going to be a lot of screen moving activities. Belmont is patient. They'll take advantage of the three-point line, but they'll also drive.
And we have 2 outstanding guards in this game. Austin Luke, number 1, and Belmont colors. And that three-pointer is missed. Belmont loves to fire the 3, and they're good at it. Two different paces tonight, too, Adrian, people are going to watch.
Exactly. It's almost the turtle in the hair. When you look at Murray State, they want to get out there and right there attack the glass. That was a concern for Coach Bird.
Well, another offensive. How many shots from 2 feet away are not going to go in?
My goodness.
That's 5 I've counted from under the basket.
Nervous energy. You got to go up there and power it up. Go up there and dunk it, or see if you can draw foul.
Yeah, Jalen Dupree had multiple looks. He certainly has padded his rebounding average, but not his points per game average. That's Kevin McClain off the screen. Luke, that's a long 3. So he's seen 3s from Belmont and very close misses from Murray. Now a 3 from Miller. And a rebound to McClain.
Well, the team is settled in yet. It's a big rival, national television. So you get that nervous energy.
Dylan Winder blows through, and he misses a short shot. So who's going to get through first? Morant will drive. Saw the opening. Good defense that time by Adelsberger, the sophomore from Peru, Indiana. They take a look at Matt McMahon. Had been an assistant at Murray State the last 3 years. He's the head man.
Moved over 18 inches. He said having the right personnel from coaches and players around really helps. It's going to be a good matchup right there. Start preseason OVAC Player of the Year.
Miller will try, and we're on the board. Terrell Miller Jr. out of Jacksonville, the senior, and a good three-point shooter. We have our first points. That's a 3 ball over the rim, and it drops for Dylan Winder.
Rick Bird said he has not had a player like him, multifaceted, that can guard 5 positions, moves well without the ball, expanded his game. That's high praise for a coach who's been coaching successfully for 32 years.
Stark, he'll drive. And there is almost a dunk. You were looking for one, Adrian, for Jalen Dupree. It seems like he already has a dozen rebounds. He's got 4 already.
Dave, you know Moses Malone used to do that in his prime. Throw it off the glass and go get it.
You know what? That will count as his 5th rebound and his first points of the night.
I love the spacing, the ball movement. You can see a double team if it comes. That's a tough shot.
Very tough shot. Miller comes away with a rebound. Dupree banging. Oh, that's very nice footwork. 7-3 Racers.
Well, that's too easy when you can take 1-2 power dribbles, both feet inside the paint. Belmont doesn't want to leave the three-point shooters, but they're going to have to wall up when that ball gets inside the paint. Nice pass.
Adelsberger not able to handle it, but Belmont retains it. That was Luke who really hustled to save it.
Watch the patience. Shot clock running down, but this is the kind of team that can make a good play.
Wow, with 2 seconds to shoot. He created his own shot, and it's a 2-point Murray lead.
You can see it coming down. It was 7 seconds when he made that move, but the upperclassman, Austin, can still make a play for himself or a teammate.
He got picked off that time. Buchanan with a jump pass. No, and Terrell Miller Jr. is hot suddenly, but Shaq Buchanan, oh man, no wonder you were still. And today you took about 100 shots at shoot around.
Got to shoot to win, baby.
Yeah, I guess so.
Pays the bills.
What does Jordan say? You miss 100% of the shot you don't take.
I like that one.
So Belmont in the red tonight. And there's a strip by Stark. He thought it was off of Kevin McLean, but the official disagrees. 16 to shoot for the Bruins.
That's a good matchup. Stark playing fast.
Also watch out for Austin Luke, who's a great assist man. Led the nation in assists last year, #1 in red, and 12. The freshman guard, Ja Morant.
And it's just a turnover, too. That's been so impressive. That means that you have good offensive efficiency nearly every time down.
There's Luke with the ball right there. Gets by Morant. Goes in with the left hand this time. And Austin Luke with another bucket.
In time, Luke has been able to beat Morant off the dribble. So Morant's going to have to give him a cushion because he's been getting in the lane too easy.
Stark was trying to get it to Breon Sanchez, I should say, out of Fort Lauderdale. Former high school quarterback, and solid defense by Mac Mercer, who is checked in, number 25. He'll get it as a reward.
One thing about Belmont, they've got a sameness. They have a routine. They have a diligence about them. They're going to play the same way, whether they're making shots or not. They're going to come down and probe and attack.
Offensive foul, and Mercer's had an impact since coming off the bench.
Dave, one thing about a veteran team. Now, there was no lift right here. You could block that flat-footer. You got to be able to jump on that one. But that triggered a fast break opportunity. You know, when you talk about a sameness baseball, Hank Aaron, he said, if you ever came to the ballpark, I did the same thing every day. And that's a great compliment, being able to just come out there and play the same way consistently. Casey, their leading scorer.
We haven't even mentioned Amonze Casey yet, number 32. That's a tough little shot. Rebound going to go to Miller. Yeah, Casey averaging 17 and a half.
Does it in the flow. Doesn't take a lot of shots because Luke has the ball a lot on the dribble drive. Is interesting. And Windler as well.
Oh, that's a nice little move, using the rim as a protector that time. For Sanchez. This guy is 6'8", 245. In high school, he was a quarterback. I don't know if he was 6'8", 245 then, but still. 3 ball, no good. And Belmont, a good three-point shooting team, is 1 for 4 so far.
Interesting thing about Belmont, when you miss, you've got to defend the basket for 27 seconds.
Stark with a flipper. And the Racers lead it by 5.
So far, both teams have taken each other's best shot. I don't think there's going to be a lot of separation in this because Belmont can take the ball, air out the ball, just like on this possession, and see if they can get a three-point shot, a drive and kick, or get to the free throw line.
How about one more trip to the rack for Luke?
Steve Nash we're watching today?
You know what?
Can't be guarded right now.
He's got 6 points and an assist. By the way, he's also a 40-point three-point shooter. Now Stark from long range. Too long, and Luke gets an easy rebound.
That was out by the airport. Traveled about 8 miles on that shot. Watch this again. Keep going to the well until you stop it.
Well, a little bit of a switch. Into Mercer. And Luke picks up an assist. So Austin Luke has been the man for Belmont. Mercer with 4 quick ones off the bench.
Now, Austin Luke is breathing heavily. He's done his job right now to keep them back in this game. But this is going to be a quick, tempo pace.
Well, Byron Hawkins has the ball now, and Hawkins is being guarded by Luke, who's waiting for the screen. There it is. Hawkins step back, nobody on him. And Hawkins, a junior from Denmark, able to hit that easily, and that did not make Rick Bird very happy over there in the sweater vest.
Well, for Luke Austin, he's guarding, he's controlling the game, but he's breathing hard. So they're making him defend on the opposite end, which is smart by Coach McMahon.
3 ball, around and good, and Austin Luke caught his breath enough to fire that one, and we're tied. Murray State hot on offense right now. They've made 6 of the last 8.
Nice hesitation.
I don't know how he got through there, but he misses the shot, and Windler will grab the rebound, and here's Luke.
See if Casey gets a touch.
You know, that's one guy who just, and they tried to get it to him there, but it just has not been a
game.
Well, I'm sure you read the book, A Season on the Brink. And Bob Knight once told his Indiana teams, basketball should be your favorite class. Now, it wasn't always that way for the IU group, but I think Knight had a great point there.
They've had success. Absolutely.
Burton Sampson into the game for Belmont. He passes off for the long three for Dylan Windler, and the Bruins have charged in front.
I don't like his game. I love his game. He's fluent. He has a high release point. He's a lefty. Kind of the same body types years ago when I was in college. But he has a nice, easy flow to his game.
And before the football coaches let the basketball players in the weight room. And there's going to be some contact underneath. And a foul on number 24, Anthony Smith, on the offensive end. Smith was battling for post position and got caught.
Smith is their energy guy. Comes out, plays with a lot of fire. He's an active body. Rebounds well with balls out of his area.
And Nick Hopkins is checked in as Austin Luke, and there's going to be a return offensive foul back the other way. And I saw it out of the corner of my eye. Hopkins just collided with a racer defender. I was about to say that Austin Luke has checked out, and Nick Hopkins, a freshman they're very fond of here at Belmont, number 14, is checked in as we show you the foul. Watch Hopkins, bam.
Yeah, that's been a consistent call throughout college basketball, but that would drive me nuts. Usually you get the big guys that get that foul, and you say, I always say, be still, I will play off of you. Let me do the work and come off of you. Just get to a spot.
Well, here's a matchup we didn't think we'd see much of. Windler, who's much taller than Stark, and Belmont almost shadowing him with a spy, and they force a turnover.
Good defense by Windler, defending, moving his feet well without fouling. And again, how about the compliment? Coach Bird saying he's been the most versatile player that he's coached. Wow, there's been a lot on him. Ian Clark now is making a lot of money in New Orleans. Won a championship with Golden State.
Hopkins will three-ball it, and Belmont leads by 6.
Great start for this young man. He was in a slump the last 4 games, so he can't ask for a better start. Help his confidence.
It's a 9-0 Belmont run. Morant, Dupree left open, but he's not really a three-point guy.
Good scouting report. Got to go out to a non-shooter.
Murray, a little alley-oop, I think, and it ends up being an air ball. And here comes Hopkins and the Bruins.
Same thing with the second unit. They're going to spread the floor. Here's the leading scorer, like you said. He's not taking a shot yet in this game.
And that'll be Murray State ball. And now heavy substitutions. Luke and McClain will come back in for Belmont. Morant checking out. Smith checks out, and we're going to see Miller come back in. We saw the stroke there from the freshman from Fayetteville, Tennessee, Nick Hopkins, a 39% three-point shooter.
And no matter what a coach says, as the offense goes, a lot of times the player's effort goes. So be able to knock down that shot gets him in the game right away. Offense is stagnant right now for Murray State. Not a lot of movement.
Miller. Double team, spins into that. And has a rebound tapped right to him. Foul line jumper is good for Terrell Miller Jr.
There's not a lot of shot blocking for Belmont, for either team.
No.
And so you don't have to rush a shot when you're in close.
Belmont's made their last 5 shots. They're not going to get a shot attempt here. And Adelsberger will check back in, number 50. So they've really used 3 bigs tonight, Belmont. You've seen Mercer, Adelsberger, and Tyler Haddon, who just checked out.
Well, Coach said that's been a concern for him. He's going to use his big bodies. He needs to rotate big guys in the paint. Haddon gave him some good minutes.
Dupree. He had great position. So many short shots for Murray State have not fallen so far.
Watch Luke. Right now, there's been no answer for him with his ability to get inside the paint and create havoc.
Draws a foul. Have not had many whistles, happily. We'll step aside with just under 8 to go, and the Bruins in front in this Ohio Valley.
It hasn't hurt them. They still have the lead.
With 20 to shoot here off the inbounds.
Still time on the shot clock. This young man has added dimension to his game. He can score with both hands going inside the lane.
Now Morant, he's had a kind of a quiet start, but he's had a terrific year. Had the second double-double in the last 30-some-odd years for Murray State earlier this season. Excuse me, triple-double. Doesn't get an assist there, as that was a bit of a brick by Buchanan.
Yeah, that was just a funky sequence. Dupree's slow on the double teams, got to get it out. Morant's got to be more decisive. That was just off.
Yeah, Morant has yet to score. 0 for 2.
Nice drive again.
Kind of ran into trouble, but stepped out of bounds. The defense collapsed on Luke that time, and he turned it over.
Now, the best shot for the Racers has actually been the missed shot, because they've been retrieving it and getting inside the paint. Let's see if they can get another one inside the paint. This is conference play now. Morant is not going to get any easy looks. He's the focal point for a lot of the teams right now. He's got the car keys.
Stark. And good defense by Windler. Miller's been hot. And we're going to have a little bit of a rebounding foul, and we're staying home, says Rick Shoulders. So that foul is going to go against Adelsberger, the sophomore.
They've just mentioned Miller on that shot. He passed that around one more time. Defense is always best on when it doesn't have to move, and it's always best on the first or second shot opportunity. See if you can get something going side to side or attacking. Ball movement, people movement. It's a good matchup right now. Stark has not scored with Windler on him.
Gets by him there, though, and drew a little contact. Not enough to get a whistle. Another offensive rebound by Dupree, and he will go to the line.
We just mentioned that was his best offense, is the missed shot. Dupree more explosive on that one. It's good retrieving the ball. Now going in traffic, going up with two hands. He's a big fella, over 250 pounds. Go up there and make contact.
He has 8 rebounds already. I want to remind you, Saturday on ESPN, we've got basketball bedlam at 2 o'clock Eastern with freshman phenom Trae Young against number 4 Oklahoma State. That ought to be a lot of fun. And then at 6 o'clock, Baylor battles number 10 Kansas at the Phog. And at 8:15, Florida, number 18 Kentucky at Rupp. All 3 games, of course, are streaming live on the ESPN app. Take it wherever you are. Long 3. And a rebound for Murray State's Jonathan Stark. Now Belmont's cooled a bit. Stark fires. And it's a 2-point game.
What an athlete. You just saw the vertical when he got that defensive rebound. Then his ability to stop on a dime and rise up. You can't coach that. That is just God-given talent.
Well, he's got 3 to go to reach 2,000. Lucky break for Luke. And that's like finding $20 on the street, taking it to the casino, and turning it into 100.
Now, you're going to have me looking on the ground for $20, but I'm going to keep it in my pocket.
I wish I could say I spoke from experience on that, but I have not. Stark drives by, dishes. There was the extra pass you were looking for. Stark left wide open and missed badly. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Belmont, however. They were not able to control. Egekeze is having a difficult time out there for Belmont as we take a look at Luke, making something out of nothing.
The most effective player on the floor right now, scoring in a variety of ways. We saw him the reverse layup, getting inside the lane, and now shooting a sweet three-pointer. We have not talked about Belmont and historically how good they've been at the three-point line. Got to make a move, one-on-one coverage.
Hawkins is left open, and that will splash down 25-23. You mentioned three-point shooting for Belmont. They're one of the best around. And by the way, they're one of the toughest teams in their home building. Their win percentage since 2010 here at the Curb, 92.4. Yep.
And well, some top company.
Kentucky and Kansas are the only 2 better. But they took a surprising loss, at least to them, I think, to Jacksonville State earlier this season in conference play. There's a rejection by Dupree. Oh, my. You couldn't even see Hawkins. And he drills another 3.
When you have a three-point shooting team, you're never out of it. Right there, that was 6 quick points and off of assist.
Well, Murray, a 39% three-point shooting team. There's a little pull-up. That came off the hand funny. Mercer, who was very effective in his first stint, almost had the offensive rebound. Stark on the break, and he'll stop.
How many times do you want to say Starks with an S? How many times have people have said that in their life?
Well, having seen him quite a bit 20 years ago. Whistle and a foul here against Belmont. Take a look there at Matt McMahon. And he's got Terrell Miller at the line, where he will make the first. 78% free throw shooter. He is in the top 10 in the Ohio Valley Conference in points and rebounds, and was a star at Southwest Mississippi Junior College as well.
He'll make an easy living because you have 2 playmakers in Stark and Morant that loves to share the basketball and also bomb away at the three-point line. So all he has to do is be active inside the paint like he's been.
He's a sturdy guy at 6'8", 245. You're not moving him.
That 245 is generous. I wouldn't be upset if he was 265 right there. A little tight end out there.
Mercer is left open, and the left-handed three rims out, and another rebound for Miller. He and Dupree have really cleaned up for the Racers on the glass.
Not a surprise to Coach Bird and their staff. They know that they have to build their defense to one shot and limit transition as well.
Hawkins, now he hit his last couple. That one is off the mark. And rebound going to be controlled here by Akese. How do you get him going? This is the leading scorer for the Bruins, Adrian, and Akese is 0 for 1.
Well, he's got to call his own number when there's a missed shot. There's enough misses out there for both teams, so he's got to go get it off the glass as well.
And Windler looked like a great shot, just didn't get the bounce. Belmont a little cold right now. Oh, that's a great pass from Morant. You can see why they love him. Smart play. Dupree gets an easy one.
Yeah, the coaching staff talked about his feel and said that Isaiah Cannon was more of a natural scorer. He's just going to light it up. And Cameron Payne had a feel, an IQ. And this young man, you can see when he has the basketball, he's already thinking 2 and 3 plays ahead of his opponent.
We're in the middle of a 10-0 Racers run. Mercer will fire it again, and that was perfect. You got a big man, shoots 24% from 3, and he's 1 for 2.
They're going to need his production. A lot of times it may not be inside, but whatever he can give you, it can occupy those bigs and make them take a step beyond the three-point line. Miss Moran on the open cut.
5 to shoot. Got to fire. Morant doesn't get it. Dupree again. And just lowered his shoulder. And that's a clear offensive foul. But Dupree has double-digit rebounds already.
I would be frustrated with him because right there where he caught it, just rise straight up right where you are and kiss it off the glass. That was not a good feel for the gameplay.
Now he's going to get a seat on the bench. We have a great NBA doubleheader to tip off your weekend with John Wall, Bradley Beal, and the Wizards in the Motor City to battle the Pistons. Then it's out to Salt Lake for Kristaps Porzingis and the Knicks against the Jazz. That's Friday. The NBA Countdown Friday night, 7 o'clock on ESPN. That's Eastern and the ESPN app. Really long three, halfway down and rimmed out.
How about the freedom both coaches give you to attack the glasses, attack the opponent, especially at the three-point line? There's not been a lot of bad shots. Both of them are three-point shooting teams. You haven't seen a lot of bad shots out here. It's due to coaching and structure.
Morant, that's a tough play. And Mercer held his ground that time. Got a piece of it. Stolen with a minute left. And a great job by Windler that time, because Stark was certainly would have been able to catch that and shoot in rhythm.
Stark passed up a little 10-footer, kiss it off the glass.
Hawkins with a little lefty floater, and we're tied. Excuse me, Murray's ahead by 4.
Hawkins plays well off of Stark, and Morant, they play well off of each other.
And a timeout here called by the Bruins. It's that use it or lose it. So
there's a lot of shots. The Racers have missed the shots, but they've retrieved the rebound. Now with 25 10-second differential, Let's see if there's going to be a high screen and roll to get inside the paint.
Hopkins, he'll just fire it from the top of the key. And another rebound for the Racers, who have dominated the glass. Shot clock is off.
It's been a good matchup with Windler. Challenging start.
Travel. Oh, that's a mental error made that time by Morant. And now with 13.9 left, the Bruins have a chance.
Yeah, you saw two indecisive plays. The last one when he got in the lane and was indecisive about shooting it or passing it. And then right there, that's a key turnover because Belmont gets the last shot and Austin is back in.
Yeah, Austin Luke, who's got 12 points to lead all scorers, and he's 2 of 3 from 3. And he'll handle things until the very end.
There's been no answer for him on the high screen and roll.
4 seconds. And another rebound for Murray State. Miller, that will not count as it bounces off the glass. So, Adrian, we've seen Murray State come in here and put up with Belmont 0 for 2 in the first half. Only 2 shots, as you mentioned. That's a perfect description.
We have
up for the party yet.
Yeah, we have not seen his best basketball yet.
We are going to see Windler go to the right hand and off the glass.
He's a lefty, but he's so comfortable going either hand. I love his game, as we said earlier, has an easy flow to it.
How about that play coming out to start your half with that kind of execution? Now a blocked shot by Adelsberger, and it will stay with the Racers.
And to your point, that'll drive a coach nuts. You have 20 minutes to make the adjustment. So the first basket right there, he's got the advantage over Hawkins. Not going to block his shot with a full head of steam.
And Adelsberger did a nice job of sealing up the middle, too, so nobody was going to get around to try to block that.
Nice patience by Stark. He's a combo guard, playmaker. Nice elevation on the jumper.
Well, I like his game. I really like his game. He now has 1,999 career points.
1,199. When he gets to 2017, it's like he'll pass me. But that's a lot of scoring.
Windler! Man, on a 5-0 first half run for Windler, and it's a 1-point game.
Dave, we saw it in shoot around. He has an easy stroke, a high release point. No hitch to his shot. The jumper's pure.
Playing some D here as he's guarding Stark. Has a significant height advantage. Stark gets by him. Drive and dish. Hawkins. Hawkins has had a nice little game. That's his third made 3.
Boxing analogy goes a long way with basketball. Letting your hands go, trying to knock out your opponent. And right now with these teams attacking, they're letting their hands go.
How about Austin Luke? Right hand, left side. 3 ball here. And no second shot.
That's a goal. That's a priority because you don't want to get your front line in foul trouble with the Racers just getting offensive putbacks.
And it's going to belong to the Bruins after the officials check with each other.
You look at the scoreboard and it's only 2 points either way. And when one team's on a roll, it looks like they're up by 10. Belmont looks like they're up by 10, and then you come back and they're only up by 3. Murray State get back-to-back plays, and you think they're up by a big margin.
Steal. Start. And he did not have the numbers, and he's smart enough to withdraw.
Move that basketball. Miller gets trigger happy sometimes at that 3.
Kevin McLean guarding, goes under the screen. John Morant. There's Hawkins. Be careful. And a rebound for Windler again. No second shot.
Hawkins will get a lot of open looks because Morant collapses the defense as well as Stark. Boy, what an asset to have when you've got 2 playmakers that have to be guarded.
Oh, Windler with the extra pass. Wide open. Belmont takes the lead on the 3 ball by Kevin McLean.
McLean is the same beneficiary because of the playmaking ability of Luke and Windler.
Stark, he got left open, and he'll draw the and one opportunity.
Dave, be honest. Are you getting tired watching these guys sometimes?
Not at all.
You got to be in shape to play this basketball game. they're coming in. This game is not for the faint of heart, because when you score, you've got to get back in a defensive position, because Stark will attack, Luke will attack. The red attacks gold, gold attacks red, and that's how they end up winning championships.
Mac Mercer checks in, 25. Adelsberger checks out. The old-fashioned three-point play puts Murray State ahead by 2. And again, both these teams 5-1 in conference play. Both are playing Saturday. And this is the only meeting between these two this season.
Yeah, we got to talk about that, because the OVAC has to have your traditional power, strapping it up home and away.
We'll explain why in just a little bit here. Hawkins back to Miller. Now, he has also shot it well from 3. That one's strong, and Windler with a rebound. And right now, the Racers aren't getting the second chances. Oh, late for Egekese. That pass gets there earlier. He gets a layup.
I know that was an open shot, but I would have liked to see Egekese be a little more aggressive, looking for his offense.
Stark called his own number. Egekese, if it's not working on the offensive end, get it back on the defensive end.
Keep an eye on Mercer with the pick and pop.
Luke, Egekese's open. He's on the board. He can shoot it, too. That's his 56th three of the season.
Amanze is too good of a basketball player. Now, he's let the game come to him. He hadn't forced his offense. That was a good pass out from low to high, and then he took advantage of an open three-point shot.
Stark.
Nice off fake.
Yeah. And can't get the rim. But Murray State is not getting the rebounds they got in the first half.
Rick Byrd in the adjustments.
And now it's Mercer with a second chance opportunity, but Dupree comes away with it. Now the Racers will run it. Tough for Hawkins, and he draws the foul. Make that Morant drawing the foul. Not much more than that, mind you, but a minute.
They have an autograph, even if it's a rubber stamp, you know? I had a pro scout today said, I want you to keep an eye on Morant and tell me what you think about this young man.
Well, he has just scored his first point of the night.
Well, one thing, he's got great size. He has good speed. He has good vision. Of course, right now, stay in school. We're not even talking about if he goes. But
he's a freshman, by the way.
But just to answer that pro scout that says, hey, what do you think about when you see this young man tonight?
Well, let's see, because Morant didn't score in the first half. Egekese didn't score in the first half. Both have gotten their first points. Let's see how they play the rest of the way.
Coaching, system, excellence.
Mercer backing down. Egekese going to have to hurry here. 3 to shoot. Luke, a lot of fancy dribbling. Offensive rebound. Belmont, Windler, and he was fouled. Took an awkward fall, but looks like he's going to be okay.
That was an excellent job by Windler, not giving up on the play. He rebounded one out of the area. Right there, that shot attempt, the Racers win. But then you've got to finish that off by holding Belmont to one and done. Excellent job. This young man reminds me of, I'm going to give you a name from a few years
back. See if
back.
I can get it.
Robbie Hummel.
Oh, yeah, Purdue.
That played at Purdue.
Who's now in broadcasting, I believe.
Yeah, his knee injury shortened his career, but he was a multifaceted player. He could guard 3 and 4 positions. He was hard to guard on the offensive end. And again, when Rick Byrd said this is the most versatile players he's had, J.J. Mann a few years ago didn't have the athleticism of this lefty. You've got to pay attention to what the legend is saying.
Now, Hawkins departed the game for Murray State with 3 fouls. So Shaq Buchanan, number 11, has come back in. And Hawkins, a very effective player tonight with 13 points. He leads Murray State so far in scoring. This guy has 10. Make it 12 and a chance to get to 13.
You talked about earlier Rick Mahorn, where there was Rick Mahorn and Sean Bradley. Now, he's not 6'10" like Rick Mahorn, but he plays the ground game. That's a ground attack. He was not going to be nifty and shifty. That was just power basketball. Remind me of Rick Mahorn on that one.
Want anything subtle about Rick Mahorn? Two-point lead for Murray State. These teams have stayed close.
Well, nothing is safe right now because, again, when we talk about Matt McMahon, who runs a very good system, Rick Byrd that runs a good system.
Oh, yes, lefty finish for Mercer.
Dave, that we just say that good coaches just run a good system. You just saw that on the execution.
Miller comes in to rescue Stark. We've gotten in a little trouble there in the corner.
Better job by Belmont being active.
Morant, he'll drive. It switched hands in the air, I thought.
This young man has a high ceiling. I don't know if he knows how good he can be. Speed, quickness, still learning. This is his first game against a rival, traditional power.
Windler, we know he can go right at him. It's just a great rejection. Sanchez came up with that block. And Morant missed. Looks at the official like, where's the foul? And the official goes, I got it right here. That's going to go on Mercer, who is absolutely shocked.
Nice job by Mercer, slipping the pick. He can go with it. We've seen him hit the three-pointer, but then he mixes up his offense.
And that foul on Mercer is his third, and he is pleading his case with Andrew Walton, who made the call. And that's going to force, of course, a substitution at this point in the game. Nick Hopkins is going to come in. So we may see a small Belmont team here, Adrian.
Well, Rick Bird will go, Coach Bird will go small ball.
Well, you know what? I take that back. Hopkins has come in for Austin Luke. At the moment, there's nobody else in red lined up, so he's going to let Mercer go out, stay out there with three.
Getting production from his post.
In the meantime, Miller checks out, and Anthony Smith has come back in, number 24 in yellow and blue.
Might ask where the scoring is coming from with a lot of second unit players out here.
Right there. Oh, I thought that was in. Mercer!
Excellent job by Mercer coming out. They were down -14 rebounding margin, and now he's coming back.
Now, Stark palmed it. Well, you don't see that one very much. So he must have really turned it over. Now we're going to see Mercer check out, and Burton Sampson will make an appearance in this game, number 21.
Yeah, that was over penetration for the guard. Stark has the ability to rise up even over a 6'8", 6'9" defender. But that one, he got too far into the teeth of the defense.
Now, Mercer has played. He did not start this game, but he has been an effective player for the Bruins off the bench. Quick fire three. Hopkins!
I believe that shot was hit because he hit that first shot when he first got in, and it got him a quick feel for the game. Confidence is everything for a basketball player. Nice try.
Boy, Morant had time to get his feet set that time. And we exchanged punches with Murray State going back up by 1. The largest lead in this game has been 6. Belmont had that. Murray State's largest lead, 5.
Dave, we said at the Open that when they play, it's an instant classic. I was able to sit there and watch that heartbreaking loss for Belmont a couple years back, but they play so well against each other. Bring out the best in each other.
That's a little kiss for Hopkins. And back and forth we go, exchanging leads. Well, if you need somebody at the Ohio Valley Tournament, I'm available. Just saying.
You can put a we.
Oh, no, I figured you're going to go. So, you know.
Let's do it.
Stark.
Oh,
that's nasty. He missed the step back, but what a step back that was.
So explosive. And Hopkins has knocked down some key baskets. The sophomore from Fayetteville, Tennessee. So you've got to keep an eye on where he is. He's shooting it well.
He has 8 points, and he's made half his three-point attempts. 2 out of 4.
Belmont playing with a better snap lately. Quickness. Moving the basketball.
They better be quick now. 5 to shoot. That is a step back. Oh, three-pointer! Acrobatic by Windler. Timeout, Murray State. Belmont and Murray State. They've won the last 8 Ohio Valley championships, so you might have seen these teams in the NCAA tournament. You might see one of them again. Been a terrific, terrific game.
Key possession right here for Murray State because they've been able to answer.
And a great block by Akese.
Excellent job by Akese, still playing the game the right way, even though he hadn't impacted the game with his scoring.
And you know what? Murray State executed beautifully.
Yep.
And Akese just made a better play. Oh, beautiful off the screen. Adelsberger gets a great dime from McClain, and it's a 6-point Belmont lead, tying their largest of the game.
Talked about the last 2 possessions where Belmont was playing with the quickness or urgency, but I think that's helped their confidence because they've been limiting the racers to one and done on the rebounds.
Well, they've gained 5 rebounds in this half. It's now -9 differential. That's going to be a long 2 and short, as Dupree didn't look certain when he chucked that.
Yeah, and as a defense, you want him taking that shot. Watch again where the red jerseys are playing with an assertiveness right now, trying to probe and attack. McClain has quietly put together a good game as well.
Oh, he got stripped by Stark on the drive. Hawkins, he's back. He's off. Another rebound for Belmont. Hopkins very quickly into the front court against a guy about the same size right there with Hawkins. Off the screen. Oh, the pass was wide open for a layup for the big man.
Like that drive.
Yes, sir. Kevin McClain. And now this is the largest lead in the game for either team.
Well, it started with the defense for Belmont. They've met the challenge in the second half on the offensive rebound. Now for Murray State. Can they get themselves a high percentage shot? Can Stark get something? Or can they get to the free throw line? Nice ball fake.
But Hawkins is deadly. He really knows where to find his own shot.
How about Hawkins coming in, playing off of Stark? He take a challenge shot on that last one, but he's got the next play mentality.
And he's filling in the scoring left behind by Morant, although Morant's got 8 in this half. And there's a block out of bounds. And we will step aside. Belmont on a 9-2. Everybody take a shot.
I'm going to say, is he 6'7"? So I'm going to say probably 7 feet. 6'11" wingspan.
We got 15 to shoot it. You know what? They didn't give me the statistics on that. But
you left me hanging. What a cliffhanger.
Yes.
What a cliffhanger.
It'll come up after the break.
Okay. Nice tease.
Hey, we got 4 to shoot. Unbelievable 3 from Austin Luke to give Belmont the 9-point lead.
Luke hit a Hail Mary. Windler hit a Hail Mary. But the good thing for Murray State, they're not fouling on that one. Got Miller on the post.
Against Akese. And Miller having a tough time with it. Great defense by Akese. And Luke has it. Cross court. Another 3. That would have gotten this place going crazy, but another rebound cleared by Jalen Dupree.
Belmont executing now consistently, coming down and getting a good percentage shot off of a teammate.
One of the biggest differences here in this game, and you talked about it at halftime.
It doesn't matter where she's ranked, but when it comes to the majors, she could be ranked 24th in the nation, and still she's going to get to the finals. So that's a lot of what LeBron does, especially in the East.
And I bet the fans miss her, though, in Australia, as she decided not to play the Australian Open. Stark gets inside, and Jonathan Stark with a nice roll-around flip to give Murray State a bucket they really, really needed.
Yeah, now they've got to play with some urgency because Belmont has turned the tables on them, and they've been dominating for the last 4 minutes, which has given them a bit of a cushion.
Windler, acrobatic, but nothing there, and snatched out of the air by Miller.
They go back to Stark again. Hawkins has been able to call his number when he's left open.
And that pass was deflected, and then Stark could not control it. Luke had a little flick of it off his hand, and Stark could not hang on.
Well, both teams always get better possessions when there's a flow in a rhythm. When you've got something that's uneven, looking awkward, it usually comes out with a bad possession. Nice spacing again by Belmont. They're using the high screen and roll.
On the follow, weak side rebound by Mac Mercer.
What a team like Belmont does is wear you down because you have to guard them, whether you're up by 10 or playing catch-up, and that's what's happened. Belmont did not deviate when they were playing catch-up.
How about Mercer today? Off the bench, 13 points. Stark leaned into it, and Mercer comes up with the rebound. Windler. That was a long three, and nobody bothered to get the rebound, so Luke will grab it.
Now for the Racers, they've got to play defense for 25 seconds without fouling.
There was the irony of the game right there. Now it's Belmont getting the second chance opportunities and not Murray State. The way this game started with the Racers dominating the offensive glass. Oh! That might be a top 10 pass right there. SportsCenter top 10 from McClain, and Mercer knew what to do with it. We're going to get a timeout called here by Murray State, the largest lead of the game. That's an all-Tennessee matchup, and Murray State will be at Tennessee State before they go home for 2. Belmont starting a stretch of 4 straight at home.
What will Murray State do right here? Dupree's in the scoring position, got to raise straight up.
And he did. He's just big, 6'9", 240, and Mercer giving up about 10 pounds to him, at least.
But you got to get back to work, because this is a three-point shooting team, and they'll use the shot clock. So 5 guys for Murray State have to act as one.
Ooh, almost a travel there by McClain.
This is the bread and butter play right here, the high screen and roll.
Luke, step back. Oh, he liked it. As soon as he shot it, you could tell he liked it.
This young man has been cooking all game long. He has played well against Stark, who's very respected preseason OVAC Player of the Year, and the hot freshman Morant. He's answered the bell.
Morant has the ball now. Luke's the first player tonight to reach 20 points. Miller. That was a smart pass. Stark, that shot was from Murfreesboro. It was so far away.
Well, that's what we have by the airport. That's
You're getting farther out, I'll just say that.
Temple clearly in favor of Belmont, the home team, because they're going to continue to go with a high ball screen, which makes Murray State have to defend without fouling.
And they're going to be a foul right there as McClain draws it. The junior from Jennings, Florida, has had a very good start.
Dave, going in the half, Belmont was down by 14 in the rebound margin. They have now shrunk it up, and they're only down by 4, but they're up by a sizable 12 points. We talked about Rick Byrd going into the tunnel, what kind of adjustments he would make.
That was almost a bad pass by Luke, and Windler has got some hops, and he will draw a contact there. No shot. Shot is waved off, but again, this game has not featured a lot of whistles, thankfully. So we're not even close to bonuses. That's just 3 on Murray State, and the Bruins only have 5.
Well, you look at what the Bruins have done. It was a soft performance off the glass.
Yeah, that's
inside.
the word you and I were talking about. You threw that word out, and I thought that was a strong statement.
Yeah, strong is opposite of soft.
Yeah,
so but got strong.
But saying they were soft was strong, and I wouldn't be surprised if that word bounced off the walls of their locker room at halftime. But they certainly have been nothing but firm in this half. And an offensive rebound for Mercer as he continues to be a critical part of what might be a Bruins 6th conference victory this season.
I respect the game. He hit that shot last time.
And he got a lot of rebounding rim, I should say, and Dupree gets his 12th rebound. That's a career high for him. Oh, that was nice.
Stark has another gear. I'd like to see him playing fast forward all the time, because when he wants to put the Jets on, he's hard to guard. But it's been too inconsistent right now. He's got to look at Russell Westbrook tape and always be a threat when he's got his shoes laced up.
Well, Stark has gone over the 2,000-point mark for his career, and there is Windler with what much seemed like the 2003 that's been made tonight by Belmont, if you're looking at this from a racer's perspective.
And for Murray State, they got to go quick if they still want to try to get into this cut back.
Yeah, down 13. There's 2.5 to go.
Going too slow. You got to try to score and attack quickly.
And Hawkins has it stripped by Luke. He could be looking for a dagger here.
I respect the game Edgar Casey has played. He's their leading scorer, but he still rebounded. He passed. He wasn't a ball stopper. How about Belmont in the second half making the adjustments off the glass, which led to some three-point opportunities.
2 minutes. 2 minutes. 3 to shoot. Luke. 1 to shoot. Shot clock violation. But they did kill some good time. 13 with 1:53 to go. It's going to be very hard for Matt McMahon's squad to overcome to prevent Rick Byrd from his 676th victory as the Bruins head coach.
That's really 4 possessions. For Murray State, they're a three-point shooting team. You got to go quickly, though. You got to attack, get up there quickly and attack.
Stark lays it off, and a little bit of fumbling around, but points with the clock stopped potentially here. That'll be 4 on Mac Mercer.
Yeah, now who's the lead for Murray State? Who's going to have that I refuse to lose? Who's going to have an attitude with this? Got to be Jonathan Stark.
You see Dupree at the line, 75% free throw shooter out of Cordova, Tennessee. We'll get one more for Matt McMahon's side.
Well, let's see if Murray State missed them both.
Yeah,
that was a big miss.
And the clock stopped and a chance to pick up a couple. And you can see Miller leaning in, trying to foul. And they can't foul Windler, and now it's 10-second violation. They did force a turnover. Not bad, says the official. Hold on a second. Was the pass over the timeline in time? Yes, it was. Looks like they're going to overturn the initial call. So let's take a look ourselves. 20 is the magic number there. Yes, watch the other one here.
And that was another foul.
Oh, he didn't get it across. The original call is 10-second violation is correct. That is the correct call.
Now for Murray State, you've got to continue to play. They just missed 2 opportunities to score with free throws. Hawkins has had a good game. And for Stark, he's always a threat when he's playing fast and under control.
Well, they're going to meet about it again. And our look indicated that that was the correct call.
See if they can get a shot up within 10 seconds right now. Still taking too long.
Miller. Well, there you go. It's a 10-point game with a $124 and counting.
He can go for a steal first.
Timeout. You know, he can run down that baseline, too, if he wanted, but Windler chose not to. Instead, he'll burn it. Last time they were in the NCAAs was 2012. 2015, they were in the NIT. And Belmont, since 2006, 16 championships in the conferences.
Got a foul. Really got a foul.
And they're not. They get a turnover. Morant. Missed it. That's a big miss. He may have been trying to draw a foul.
Yeah, it looked like he got fouled on that one.
And Matt McMahon is not happy with that at all. On the other end, Rick Byrd was angry that a foul wasn't called before the 10-second violation.
Well, for both teams, you got to play until you hear a whistle. And for Morant, that should be a and one opportunity. But for the young freshman, go in there and don't expect the referee to bail you out.
61 seconds remaining. We're going to the monitor to see whose ball this is, I believe is the reason we're going.
Yeah, this is a strong drive. Under control, going in as a lefty. Not much there. From first glance, it looked like a foul, but you got to be able to hit that shot. Concentrate. I think that was a foul.
We didn't get a clean look as to who touched the ball last.
Of the freshman coming in.
Watch here.
That should be, I think, the Racers' ball.
I think that's off Egekese last.
I think so, too.
But it's up to the officials. We'll see what they say. And no one came over to tell us what they were going to do. And no, they're going to say it's Belmont ball.
Okay. Was it hit up top, too? Now, we didn't have that angle up by the rim.
And Matt McMahon is going to leave here a very unhappy man.
Right there at the top. I think it's Edgar Casey.
I do, too. But, oh, no, they did give it Murray State ball. One official pointed toward Belmont. It is Murray State ball. Step back. 3 ball. Good. Jonathan Stark.
Excellent job by the Racers and Coach McMahon not letting his guys finish up without a flurry.
Timeout called with 53.8 by Belmont. They have 1 timeout remaining, and there is still hope for.
Nice job to get it back quickly to McLean.
That was crisp, and there's Stark with the foul. And that's just his second.
Saw the coaching. They worked on that special situations with 1 second left, 5 seconds left. Good coaches do that anyway.
And we're not shooting, by the way. That's only 4 on the Racers. So with 50.7 to go, they've got 2 more to give before we ever see any parade to the line for Belmont, who leads this one by 7.
Foul again.
Each team with 1 timeout left. Again, we're not shooting. That's just 5. That's 3 on Stark.
Yeah, think about this. If Murray State can get it back, we talked about it, they're a 3-point shooting team. So they're only down by 3 possessions. If they can get a steal or Belmont get careless, we've seen some funny things coming down the home stretch.
Although I don't see Reggie Miller in the building. But you're right. Now, you have to be careful if you're Stark, though. You have 3. You can't be the designated foul-giving guy every time. That's the smart move there. Let Dupree do the dirty work there because he only has 2. You're going to need Stark in these final 47.2. Now, the next foul will put Belmont on the line. In the meantime, Adrian, we've only seen about 6 seconds go by.
Yeah. Quickly trying to get there, and the Racers have not been beaten long on a touchdown pass, on a long pass.
They haven't. Casey will get it. Now they got numbers 3-on-1, but no hold. Wait for the foul. Luke, that's a smart pass. There it is right there. 40 exactly left. Now we'll see Austin Luke, whom not surprisingly is a very good free throw shooter at 82%. He's on the OVC Commissioner Honor Roll. Made his 50th straight start tonight. Was the nation's assist leader last year. And this year he's in the top 10.
And assist to turnover ratio. I always like to see in a big game what happens in those first possessions. And he came out in those first possessions looking to attack Stark, looking to attack the freshman Morant. He's put together, he's earned a good game. He played an excellent game.
They brought in Burton Sampson, number 21. Friend of the 1-on-1 is nailed by Luke, giving him 21 points. You asked about assist turnovers, 4-3.
And that means you can always get yourself a shot attempt. That's one of the worst things when you don't get a shot attempt or get to the free throw line because of a turnover.
Still a chance. Down 8. Stark.
See the high screen and roll for Stark.
He's going to pull up. That's a contested 3, and he almost banked it in. And a big rebound. Sampson off the bench. Windler will get grabbed. He'll go to the line. He's a 74% free throw shooter. And Miller now with his 18th career double-double.
Now, I don't like to call a game before it's over, but when this game really mattered at the start of the second half, Belmont was able to hold Murray State to 1 shot and done. And then that expanded their offense. The 3-point line opened up because they were doing such a good job of making that adjustments off the glass.
Well, they are, hang on a second. It's a long shot, but you know Murray State's going to fire. Miller, that's blocked. Dupree gets the rebound back. He'll take the 2. And a timeout. The last one available for the Racers with 19.3 to go. It's
Vince, I'm open. I'm over here.
All right, there's a clever little design. There's the long pass. McLean will catch it. Touchdown, Belmont! $14.2 remain. There's another long pass. That one knocked down by Windler, and Miller fouled him.
Remember on the timeout in front of us, I said that Murray State has not been beaten by the touchdown pass. That was the first time right there. And they set it up. They practiced it, taking 2 steps towards the ball and then running out. McClain did an excellent job of catching and finishing. Stuck the landing, too. Nice little dunk.
So Dylan Windler, you don't normally have a dagger at the free throw line, but if he makes both of these with 13.6 to go, it might be.
I'm not saying that yet. I'm not saying that.
Well, let's first off, let's see if he makes them. And he makes the first. Okay. Still in the 1-and-1, by the way. The next foul, if Murray State commits one, would put them into the double bonus against them. But Windler, excellent free throw shooters, had a sweet game tonight. He's got 20 points. He and Luke, a combined 42 points.
Yeah, they've answered the bell for every Murray State run, and this is a 2,000-point career score. They're going to see each other again at the rate they're going in conference play.
They're going to run a little crawl here, so the clock won't start till it's picked up. There's the long three. He did hit that. It's a 5-point game. And that pass almost came over here, and now a foul by Hawkins. And Burton Sampson, the senior from Knoxville, has taken 16 foul shots this year. That's 4 fouls on Hawkins, by the way. He's made 12 for 75%. He only averages a point per game, and he'll be going to the line for 2.
Now watch this. We said this before he could go. His feet, it's a rhythm three-pointer. Just knocked it down so easy. Nice flow.
2 out of 7 from 3 for Stark. He has 19. Big shots here for Sampson. Nice.
Now, if I'm the Racers, I'm looking forward to a rematch in conference play because we took the best shot of Belmont. They made the adjustments better than Murray State did in the second half. And when you're talking about a game that can be decided by 1 or 2 possessions, you want to make that adjustment.
So it's going to be another win for Belmont. 6-1 in conference play. And what a terrific battle this was between 2 of the best in the Ohio Valley.
A 2,000-point career score. They're going to see each other again at the rate they're going in conference play.
They're going to run a little crawl here, so the clock won't start till it's picked up. There's the long three. He did hit that. It's a 5-point game. And that pass almost came over here, and now a foul by Hawkins. And Burton Sampson, the senior from Knoxville, has taken 16 foul shots this year. That's 4 fouls on Hawkins, by the way. He's made 12 for 75%. He only averages a point per game, and he'll be going to the line for 2.
Now watch this. We said this before he could go. His feet, it's a rhythm three-pointer. Just knocked it down so easy. Nice flow.
2 out of 7 from 3 for Stark. He has 19. Big shots here for Sampson. Nice.
Now, if I'm the Racers, I'm looking forward to a rematch in conference play because we took the best shot of Belmont. They made the adjustments better than Murray State did in the second half. And when you're talking about a game that can be decided by 1 or 2 possessions, you want to make that adjustment.
So it's going to be another win for Belmont. 6-1 in conference play. And what a terrific battle this was between 2 of the best in the Ohio Valley.